The Liberal Party is hailing their budgeted disability benefit as a first in Canadian history, but advocates say it falls short. It allocates $6.1 billion over 6 years to financially support Canadians with disabilities. More than 1 million people in this country live with disabilities, and experts say they make up more than 41% of the Canadians who live in poverty. So joining us this morning on the benefit and how it's going to impact the lives of Canadians with disabilities is Chris Stigas. He's the accessibility consultant and founder and brand developer of Handy Help. Great to have you back here, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, you and I have had a few conversations, and you were one of the first people that I thought of to talk to about the disparity, and let's set this up for people. Experts say that in order to bring many people with disabilities above the poverty line, a benefit program would need to offer around $1,000 a month. But in this program that the government rolled out, they're going to give a maximum of $2,400 a year, which equates to $200 a month. What was your reaction to that gap between what was asked for and what was given?
Well, first of all, it's great that the government has created a law that's committed to lifting people with disabilities out of poverty, but it definitely doesn't come close to what we need to the $1,000.
Well, the consultations were made, the ask was put out, what do you need? And then what does it feel like to get not even half, but 20% of what you asked for?
Right. It just feels that they don't fully understand our exact needs and what's going on with the economy even, and the cost of housing and food and everything else associated with daily living.
Well, let's try to unpack some of that for people then. Regardless of the benefit, it's going to pay $200 a month. What does that actually cover?
That could go towards things like your rent or your medical supplies. Groceries would be another item. But the reality is, if you think about the money that was allotted during CERB, which was $2,000, and most ODSP funding is around $1,200, it's still short $800 of what was considered a minimum during the pandemic.
And when you are a person living with disabilities, what does that lack of the $800 mean in terms of what you can and can't?
Oh, absolutely. Possibly the first thing is food on the table, maybe clothes, going out for dinner, anything that's associated to a quality of life that's above the poverty line.
You've joined us before. We've talked about obstacles for people in the disabled community, things like transit, for example. In your view, what is the biggest thing that's missing in this budget to help lift people with disabilities out of poverty?
Funding for things like medical supplies and
can you give me an idea of cost of medical supplies? Because people may not know what that number is.
Medical supplies could be anywhere from $800 to up to $2,500 a month for things like continence. A month for continence products, for wheelchair repairs, for all sorts of
very specific costs and needs.
Very specific costs and things that are ongoing and that are monthly expenses.
But necessities.
Absolutely.
These are not luxuries. We had the Finance Minister, Chrystia Freeland, on this program yesterday. We asked her about the benefit. Here's what she had to say, and then I'll get your reaction.
Yeah.
This Canada Disability Benefit is a really important first step for people who need and deserve support from the federal government. They have never had it before in Canadian history.
So it's a first step. What do the next steps need to be?
The next steps would be to increase the funding, I think, and maybe even to create opportunities that will. We've been the most underemployed segment of the population, and that's because if we work, each dollar that we earn is directly deducted from possible funding. So maybe create opportunities that would even allow us to work and help get us out of that poverty line ourselves, in addition to more funding.
I don't know that a lot of people know that, Chris. So if you have employment, then your benefits are cut back.
Exactly.
So you're not really any further ahead.
So you're not any further ahead. So you're not incentivized to do better for yourself and to possible look for employment that will create stability in your life, a sense of worth, improve your quality of life. Each dollar is deducted one for one.
All right. What were you most encouraged maybe to see in this?
That it's a start, and I think that they know where they need to get to. And there are organizations like Spinal Cord Injury Ontario that are working together with the government to help move this along. And hopefully by the time this rolls out in 2025, that we can at least get to that $1,000 of funding extra a month that will allow people to be pulled out of the poverty line and afford things like groceries, clothing, medical supplies, and necessities of daily living.
I appreciate you coming back in today. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chris.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.